For someone out there who is wanting to build this kind of Hollywood star shape, for those people, what would be a good way of getting them into that shape? Do you remember Adele's weight loss transformation?
Yeah.
Ozempic or no Ozempic?
Welcome back to the PerformWell Podcast. This is the podcast for you if you're looking for performance and wellness optimization so that you can not only smash your career, but also have a better life, better relationships, and better health. We believe that performance and wellness are yin and yang and work together. So listen in as we dive into topics that are going to help you optimize your life for the better. Right, welcome back to another episode. Now, today you're probably wondering why we are in this absolutely amazing podcast studio. And this is not the official podcast studio that we're going to be moving into, but we are with Gary today taking some photos for a podcast.
So if you hear a clicker in the background, it's not some weird exhibition that we're sat in. Don't worry about it. We've not got like the paparazzi. We've got
just trying to upgrade our YouTube game.
Yeah, we're trying to get everything nice and pretty. Now, we want to talk about standardized body image today, about how Hollywood stars and their physiques have been deemed below average in common society. For example, an example would be like Brad Pitt in Fight Club. Because a lot of the time people with body image and the standardized way that people perceive body image, those physiques that were deemed way above average back in the day, you think like Hollister bags when they used to sell it with the half-naked gentleman on them. Remember those?
They still do.
They still do sell those, but the physiques have changed because our ideology around what a good physique looks like has changed. Now, what do you think is genuinely kind of the cause of this? What has triggered everyone to get to this point in time?
I mean, there was that turnaround a few years ago where you had the plus-size model at Sports Direct.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And that's the distinct moment that I noticed that things changed, because everyone was talking about plus-size models and how attractive they can be and showing what they can fit into and stuff like that. And since then, I've not seen like society promoting people in unrealistic body standards anymore. I don't know what's going on. But I'm sure you guys at home will obviously have a bit more of an opinion about this. But who would you say, first of all, is your ideal male physique that you would like to be?
The first name that comes to my head is like Chris Hemsworth.
Really?
It's a unit. It's a unit of a man. Chris Hemsworth, hands down. If we're going Hollywood star, then Chris Hemsworth.
Are we talking forebuild or are we talking like him now, centre fit?
That's tough because he's more athletic. I'd go the more athletic as centre fit because Thor, it was all dubbed around steroids, wasn't it? There was a lot of speculation. But I mean, to be honest, to achieve the physique he did, do you think it was natural?
For what, now? Or for...
Well, when he was doing Love and Thunder.
When he's it's possible, but I notice people with money, they just have a lot of time on their hands, a lot of extra capital to put into making their body look better. So it's hard to know, man. It's hard to know. It's
tough because there's a lot of people in the industry as well, and this also can lead us down the conversation of Hollywood stars and Ozempic, because there were things that came out with Wicked when Wicked came out. I'm sure a lot of you guys will remember Wicked as well. Wicked was that major film that we've had already this year, and Ariana Grande was in that film, and she just looked so disheveled. She looked so like just not herself, like almost like just lost so much. And how do you think the accessibility of Ozempic is impacted?
Well, first of all, Ariana Grande, she's the blonde girl that plays in Wicked, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I saw this lady. I don't know who it was, but I looked familiar.
You didn't recognise her because of that, then?
I don't listen to Ariana Grande, unfortunately.
Shame.
Sorry, guys.
I know, it's part of my...
teeny boppers out there.
Part of my part.
Who's the other one then? What's her name?
I don't know. I don't know the other actor's name. I just know Ariana Grande was in it because there's a comparison between how she looked before she started Wicked to how she looked after Wicked, and people had the assumption that she went on some crazy weight loss diet or used Ozempic, because Ozempic is a very common thing that people are using.
Don't even start on that. But I'll tell you what, I actually feel like it's changing. I feel like we are moving into the place again where we can start celebrating.
Do you think so?
Slightly leaner physiques, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't mean six packs. I'm not talking like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Like necessarily.
Like that kind of like jacked unit.
Yeah. I'm talking about Chris Pratt, because Chris Pratt's got a very realistic body type. Like he's not jacked. He had a bit of tone in one of his movies. You know, everyone's talking about it for a while. Like Men's Health cover model.
Yeah.
Most of those now you see aren't super shredded.
No.
They just got a nice realistic physique.
They've got like a more lean athletic. I think we're moving into kind of lean athletic. People are being able to do the things that they want to do, and obviously you guys know this more than anyone else. You all want to attain that amazing physique, but it's at what cost that you start to sacrifice in your performance, because I think it comes hand in hand, and I say this to a lot of clients that come in, and I've got a woman doing the CrossFit Open end of February, which is amazing, but she's wanting to lose weight too. So we have to be realistic with the calories that we give people. Now, for people out there to give kind of more practical steps to what we're doing, because I think you guys will agree, like we need more practical applications to what we can do. We can't just sit here and speculate who's natty, who's not natty, who's on Ozempic, who's not on Ozempic. I know we can.
We can speculate.
But at the same time, people at home need something to take home from it. So like, for someone out there who is wanting to build this kind of Hollywood star shape almost, you're looking at your favourite actors, Dua Lipa, whatever you listen to, Lewis Capaldi maybe is your dream physique. But for those people, what would be a good way of getting them into that shape?
Well, first of all, let's just break this down, because Hollywood actors, they have something that most people want, and it's not actually the body, it's the confidence that they push around, and people look at them and go, bloody hell, star power, right?
Yeah. Star
power is not something you can train in the gym very easily. Like, yes, if you get in better shape, you can build confidence, you can start to look better and feel more better about how you look, for example.
True.
But actors have a confidence about them, especially the Hollywood ones, that people look at and find, that's what I want to have, right? Yeah. Now, let's just say that we're taking rid of the confidence side of things. Then when it comes to the physique, first of all, you got to strength train, because you're not going to build a toned physique without strength training, okay? If you're running marathons every day, doing long distance ultra marathons, doing all this crazy stuff, you're never going to have a toned physique that you see in Hollywood actors. They are always got some kind of strength training base.
Yeah. There is a baseline of resistance training behind everything anyone do. There was Adele was speaking on a recent piece of information, a recent reel that I was watching. She was saying about her trainer and how her trainer helped her to lose the weight that she did. Now again, Adele was another one of these that was speculated to have had Ozempic, and again, it would be easy to go backwards and forwards saying yes or no. These people have a lot of money. I think to get into that shape, it takes a lot of work. Apologies for interrupting the podcast. We know you're getting fully engrossed into this episode, and we really appreciate you stopping on the video on YouTube or on Spotify if you found us through one of the search pages. Make sure to leave a review and a subscription if you haven't already. But we just wanted to interject a point here that me and Nick have 15 years of coaching experience between us, and it's only getting better as we've got better guests on the podcast. The only way we can do that, though, is with the growth of our program that we've just released. We've got a 12-month PerformWell program, which has just dropped, and we'd love you guys to get involved in it. If you want to learn more details, make sure to head to the description, as we've got our website in there, which can give you a full overlay of the program. We're looking to help career-driven professionals, entrepreneurs, small business owners, and anyone dominate their life by improving their lifestyle. Me and Nick like to claim ourselves as experts in this area, and if you want to check out some of our other transformations, I'm sure you do. We've got some amazing people who have performed so well off the back of this program. Have a cracking day, and we really appreciate your time. Let's get back to the podcast. One of the biggest icons for changing his body image regularly is Christian Bale. You think Christian Bale, from The Machinist to Batman, I saw there was something talking about his weight categories. In The Machinist, he was 54 kilos.
He was a PT.
Was he?
Yeah, so Christian Bale was a personal trainer. That's why he had the gift to be able to gain weight so quickly and then lose weight so quickly for his roles. Mad. And yeah, you're right. So you had The Machinist, you had Batman. Then he went back down in Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah,
well, I think it was Dallas Cowboy. And then he's gone back up for his latest roles, which
the one in Thor: Love and Thunder. Like he's 77 for that. Yeah. Like, but he with his changes in
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, got to feed the geese.
Oh yeah, feed the geese.
If you know what that means, but.
But
rookie numbers.
But
anyway,
this is the thing: having the knowledge behind it, you can transform your body that quickly. Like, it is so achievable to do that. People just don't have the knowledge behind it to be able to do that. That's why us as PTs, we can, shave off 3-4 kilos in a couple of weeks because we know how to do it.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, though, it comes back to the conversation when I was talking about standardized body image. Do you think that, I know you were saying we're going to more leaner physique now. I think in women, what we're seeing is we're going more back to the Kylie Jenner, kind of the more, really slim, really kind of like the low-waisted jeans looking women. That's coming back in very much.
You saw the clothing, not like the big booty.
But no, exactly. It's gone away from the big booty now. Good. If you talk, like, people are coming in still wanting the conversation of, big booty. They want the kind of slim hips. They want that different waistline. They want to feel snatched. But actually, I think we are going back to that really slim fitting woman, which is a shame because I think the Olympics highlighted something, and I want to bring that into conversation of. There's a lot of different physiques out there for a lot of different modalities. It's not necessarily that you have to be slim to be athletic. You saw people who are power lifters. They're by no means, in slim and lean shape. Some are, depending on the category. But the people who are doing that, there was a female lifter, I can't remember her name, but she was fantastic, absolutely fantastic, for showing off these different body types. I think it also comes down to you are what you do. And if I don't know if you know what I mean by that, when I say you are what you do. If you're a swimmer, you normally build a swimmer's physique. Yeah. If you're a triathlete, you normally be a triathlete's physique. I got a lot leaner when I did my triathlon. I lost muscle mass. I was smaller.
Sorry.
But I think that's one of the things. If you are wanting to attain these body images of these stardom people, then you have to be doing things that are out of character for yourself. You can't just be going 20-minute walks every day and expect it.
Let's take this down to consideration then. Let's say you want a 4 build. Yeah. So what would an actor do in that case? They would start researching the character of 4. What is 4? He's the Viking god of thunder, right? So how would you train as a Viking god of thunder? You would think, right, I need to look big and impressive. Yeah. So now his training is going to be big, potentially functional, strong movements where he's throwing sandbags over his shoulder. And that's what's caused him to then build that physique where he looks like he can throw sandbags over his shoulder. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very much the same if you're applying for a role in a movie or you've got an idea of like a swimmer's build in your mind. Yeah. By doing the thing that person has, you'll eventually have it yourself. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, and you get pulled towards it. I think it's actually called the swimmer's body illusion, which by doing those things, as I say, you build the physique towards those things. James Smith spoke about it very avidly in a reel that he released, and he spoke about it. It's got millions of views as usual, but he spoke about it with a guy called William Lee. Do you remember William Lee?
No.
He's the guy who did all the oiled up 6-pack workouts back in time. Some people are going to know William. He goes Kings. That's what he starts his sentences with. No. So anyway,
I'm 6-pack shortcut guy.
Well, that's my era. That's my era.
I forgot what his name is now, but he's now a yoga teacher, I think.
I think that's amazing.
And he sleeps on the floor.
Right.
So he's teaching people on YouTube right now. The practice of sleeping on the floor is good for your back, and it acts like a massage for your body. That is what he's. I'm not even joking.
Would he just sleep on a wooden floor then?
He does, yeah. Well, he started off with like a wooden floor, but like a very thick duvet cover on the floor. Yeah. And then he started going down to the point where it's just like literally a blanket.
I don't know how he does that. My back would hurt more from that. I sleep on a firm mattress and I got a problem.
Well, if you train like you're lying on the floor, you become the floor. Yeah, that's based on what we're saying anyway. But no, generally his back, a lot of people say this, that your back actually gets massaged from it. It's quite crazy.
I heard Bruce Lee once say that as a sentence.
What, be like water?
Yeah, if you train like the floor, you will be the floor.
Be the cup. I mean, Gary will know more about this, but Bruce Lee build over here. Be the water. You got to become. What is it? Become the cup.
Become the cup.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actual saying from Bruce Lee.
If you want to be like water, you've got to. I don't even know what the saying is. Shit.
Yeah, we'll remember it later down the line. But anyway, we went on a little bit of a tangent there. But the conversation still remains about that kind of Hollywood standardized body image. And I do think in a way that we have higher expectations of what a good or above average physique now looks like.
And I would argue that a Hollywood physique, yes, okay, it might be slightly unrealistic for some people, but I would argue it's healthier than a bodybuilder going on stage at 5% body fat. Yeah. That's supposed to look in peak shape, but actually they don't feel good.
Well, I tell you what, one thing that I really noticed was that Tom Trotter did a photo. There's a lot of references here, so if you want to check through any of these, then please do. Tom Trotter did a photo when he was 3% body fat. You could have got some paper and cut this man in half, because genuinely, there was nothing more about him. He had lost all of that body fat. He said he didn't feel strong. He didn't feel like he could run very well. He didn't have energy. And this is the thing, people get so fixated on these super low body fat percentages, but they're not easy to sustain for long periods of time. We can't physically do it. I'm sure you guys out there, similarly, you will know this, that you cannot sit there and sustain it for long periods of time. You have to balance things out. You have to understand life's going to get in the way and there's going to things happen. But trying to focus and fixate on what is seen as a standardized body image is very unhealthy.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, at the end of the day, do what you want. If you feel like 3% body fat is going to make you look the best, then go for it. Why not?
I think one thing to round off the podcast, I think what we should do is we'll play. I'm going to play a round with you of Ozempic or not Ozempic, okay? And we'll put the answers to this in the caption.
What do you mean?
So if someone has taken Ozempic or they haven't taken Ozempic or it's undisclosed. So do you remember Adele's weight loss transformation?
Yep.
So Adele from where she was when she was singing on stage and fell through the floor. That one.
Yeah, I know Adele.
Yeah, you know Adele. To where she is now.
Yeah.
Ozempic or no Ozempic?
I haven't seen her since before she lost weight.
Have you not?
Yeah, she took it though.
You're saying Ozempic?
Yeah.
Ariana Grande? Ozempic or no Ozempic?
Can't imagine she would. No.
Nick Avocado? Ozempic or no Ozempic?
Who knows for sure? Honestly.
Why'd you say that?
No.
You said no Ozempic?
Yeah, no.
So you think the guy trained religiously?
He trained, well, before he was eating like a madman, he was a trainer.
Was he?
Yeah. He knows how to lose weight, yeah.
Christ.
So he was actually in good shape before he actually gained the weight.
And he did that all on purpose, did he?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if he started off that way and then kind of went off into like a little bit of a spiel.
Yeah.
And then kind of just happened. But he planned his weight loss in advance. He did a year worth of videos, didn't he?
Okay.
So he filmed a year's worth of YouTube videos, scheduled them for upload throughout the year whilst he was behind the scenes losing weight.
And then he comes back again this year and shows how much weight he loses. David Dobrik.
Don't even know who that is, mate. I know the name.
YouTuber. No, nobody likes him.
I know the name, but I
Talks
don't
about
know
money
what
all
he
the
looks
time.
like. I might have missed it.
I'm saying David Dobrik did it naturally because there was a lot of slander. Just for more, because people don't like David Dobrik as a guy. He always quotes about money. He talks a lot about like just how he is and what he does. But I think he did it naturally. KSI.
He's not on it.
No?
No way.
Not to get down to these leanness before fight day. No? Completely natural transformation.
I'm not saying natural, but not a scene.
So let's go into that conversation.
Yeah.
Steroids or no steroids? Jake Paul.
Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Steroids?
Steroids.
No.
No, none.
No, do you know what? He hasn't got an impressive steroid physique at all. Like, when he gained weight, but he gained fat. He looks like a guy who just ate a lot.
Yeah.
But he does have a red, like, I won't lie, his skin's red.
And he's puffy.
Yeah, but the puffiness is also, like, he's fatter as well.
Poor diet.
But the redness of the skin could be a giveaway.
Okay,
That's the thing that sometimes you see with people that take a lot of growth hormone. But remember, his sport is tested.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
FADA, I believe. FADA testing is extremely strict, and you can't just do a boxing match and you both agree to that and they just bypass the fact that you've taken something.
So same thing with Logan.
I think Jake's clean.
And Logan?
Logan's taken steroids.
Oh, you think Logan has then?
Yeah,
and Jake hasn't?
No, because do you see Logan when he was like juiced up? Like,
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so a year ago he was a lot harder.
Okay.
His muscle bellies were full.
Mm-hmm.
He had that kind of shoulder look about him, which you don't only kind of get when you're like pumped up with Anavar or something.
Yeah.
And he was super cut, and it happened really quickly.
Yeah.
Whereas Jake got fatter and bigger. I got fatter and bigger just by eating a lot. And
it happens to the best of us.
and people
my
say
friend.
because Jake's got acne on the face that it's a sign of steroids. I get acne and I'm not taking steroids. So that's a bullshit argument.
True. I'm going to go with one more. I'm trying to think one off the top of my head.
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson. Of all people. Yeah. Bojo has taken Ozempic and steroids.
Starmer.
He's done both of them, to be honest.
Do you reckon Trump has?
No.
No.
I don't think he barely trained. Vladimir Putin.
I don't think he needs to. The
Do you not think so?
man's a genetic monster. Like, for his age, he's doing all right.
I saw actually there was a video of what's his name? Guy from Mary Poppins. He's like 99 years old and he trains 3 times a day,
Guy
3 times a
chimney
week.
sweeper.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
90 something.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he 99 years old and he goes to the gym 3 times a week. If that doesn't show you what you need to do to keep yourself staying fit and healthy, I don't know what does.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I was about to say Dick
What
Whittington.
about Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh yeah, well he's
Okay, what about Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, steroids.
Yeah.
Definitely steroids. 100%. That era of like Stallone,
You can't get the way he does that,
Arnold. Who else was around at that time? Ronnie,
Jay Cutler. Oh, Ronnie.
Ronnie was later though, but
What happened to him, man?
He's broken man, isn't he?
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll round off the podcast there. We appreciate you guys, and we'll put the answers in the caption as well. So have a good time, editor. We appreciate you. So we'll catch you guys next time. Make sure you do follow, subscribe, like, and leave all that good stuff in the comments. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to let us know because we really appreciate it and we want to grow this podcast to be the biggest performance and wellbeing podcast on the internet. So we'll catch you guys
And
later.
lastly, just before you go, come on, mate.
I'm sorry.
If you like the studio, let us know because we might do something more with this.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.